I'm Liz Klayman with today's Klayman Confidential. On the day of the Wisconsin primary, I'm joined by former Wisconsin Governor Jim Doyle. Governor Doyle, there has been much discussion about the power of conservative radio talk show hosts in your state. How much influence do they really have?
Well, I think there's no doubt it's a very strong presence in the Milwaukee suburban area. And, you know, the Trump phenomenon never really caught on here like it did in other parts of the country. At a time when Donald Trump was riding very, very high, he was not polling as well in Wisconsin. This is months ago. And I think that's because the conservative talk radio people were just very much against him from the very start and were spending a lot of time talking against him. So I think it's been a very strong part of the Republican side of the Republican primary and the Republican side of politics in Wisconsin.
Which leads me to why liberal radio talk show hosts is kind of funny. You know, often they don't get as much juice. So what's the biggest influence, if not talk show hosts, for the Democratic side?
Well, it's really much more dispersed now. I mean, clearly it's a case of demographics, and so universities have been a real center of Bernie Sanders support, as they have all over the country. But there is not nothing comparable to what conservative talk radio does. There's not a place where you just hear the liberal voice pounding away day after day after day. And believe me, as a Democratic governor living through that all the time, it was just sort of constantly there.
Great to have you, Governor. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Governor Doyle. And by the way, you can watch my entire interview with the governor on foxbusiness.com or lizklayman.com and watch Closing Bell each day, 3 p.m. Eastern on the Fox Business Network.